So this is nothing apparently happening. There's only an appearance. Nothing is real. Everything is only apparently happening. And it's this. It's only this. This is what's happening. There's nothing else. There's nothing outside. There's nothing before. It's no story. A story has time. A story has distance. This is talking about this. Only this. This has no time, no distance. This, moving a hand. That's it. It's very simple and ordinary, and it's without any abstracting what's going on. It's exactly what it is. It's only an ascribing of what is. When there's me, there's living in the story, and when there's living in the story, there's time and distance and abstracting what's going on, looking at it. There's always two. There seems to be always two, like good and bad, and above and below, better and worse, always two. And we're talking about this. This is one. There's only one. There never has been two. It's because of the brain can abstract. It seems like there are two. There never has been two. Only in the story can be like saying things about some things. And there seems to be relations, me and you. And this is talking about there's no one. There is already no one. There never has been someone, some individual. There's only one. Only the brain can abstract and thinking, oh, but there's two. There's someone else there, and she's doing better because we're looking in the story. And when there's looking in the story, there's comparing, there's trying to make it right. Because when there's me, there seems to be something missing, something not right, something dissatisfying, something, no, I'm not good enough. Strange thing is, when there can be in contracted energy, there can be just go without it, it can be not contracted energy. But when there's contracted energy and that brain is functioning and like abstracting, there seems to be gone something wrong. I'm not good enough. What's going on here? It's a misunderstanding. It's only a misunderstanding. But you can't, it's so embodied, you can't say to yourself like, oh, it's just a misunderstanding, that's how it is. You can't make it right because there's nothing wrong. But that's so convincing. When there's someone, there seems to be something wrong. Even also in these kind of meetings, that whole construct about me and trying to get rid of the me or something going on, that whole thing is so embodied, feeling there's something not right yet, and what can we do or not do or understand, maybe. This is not even about understanding. It doesn't need to be understood. It's already what's happening. It's already what's apparently is happening. So there's no need to change. There's no need to look for something. And when there's thinking I'm looking for something, then that's what's happening. It's already that. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. It's everything. That's the freedom. It's already everything. That's unconditional love. That it's already everything. There are no conditions. There are no rules. When there's a story, there seems something wrong. There seems subtly underneath something going on, like there's something not right. I'm not good enough. There's something underneath. And it's seen in everything. So it seems like in the story, there's going wrong. Something maybe in relations or money or in the climate, or it's all kind of subjects where it's going wrong. It seems to be going wrong. And I can make it right, or I have to make it right, or I did do something wrong. It should be better. It can be better. It's a more subtle one. It's always about that in the story. It can't be just this. It's this. It's very simple. You don't need to look for this because that's what's already is happening, and we call it this because how can you say it? A glass of wine, the hand, a feeling, streets. It's what's apparently is happening. What is seen and felt with the senses, heard. It's that. You can't even follow it because it's so quickly. It's going. And it's an appearance. So there's no time. It's what it is. That's it. No before, no after. It's this. So there's no story. And there can be a story, thinking I'm in the story and I have a relation which isn't working well, or I don't have money enough, or things like that can happen in the story. And it seemed important. And there can be questions about it, of course. Also, you can ask questions about that. Doesn't mean when they're in non-duality meetings, we have to ask questions about one or about all that, not two or things like that. No, you can also ask questions, what I said a few times ago, about your mother, about money, about what's going on. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter where the questions are about. It's every question, is it? So there are no silly questions. And when it's not enough and it's asking again, then there's asking again. It's new. There's nothing or before. So every question is new. It doesn't matter if it seems the same one. It's never the same. It's new. So we can go on, and maybe there are questions, maybe there's a sharing of something, what's going on. Maybe there's not agreeing with what's being said. So we see what will happen. And if you want to say something, you can unmute yourself. You don't have to wait till I say that it's possible, because the group is not that big. So you can start talking if you want to. It's everything, so it can't be wrong. That's amazing. We're so into right and wrong. And this is saying there's nothing wrong. There's nothing right either. But it can't be wrong. It's life. It's everything. It's what apparently is happening. And if it's not seeing its apparent, then it's not seeing its apparent. So what? There's nothing right. That's an idea. Oh, there's a chat. So there's nothing that wants to hear this talking, and it has nothing to do with the sense there's a me. There's no one already. So there's also no free will or choice. There's what's happening. So that we are so into wanting or not wanting. We think that we are there with a free will and we can decide what's going on or not going on. It's what's apparently is happening. So, or what's happening. It's that. That has nothing to do with you or me or anyone. It's energetic. So that's how it's going. And there's has also nothing to do with the sense. There can be a sense, there's me. Then that sense, or maybe a feeling is there, or an idea, thoughts can be there. That's it. Can be a thought, can be there's no me, there's no one doing anything. But we're living in a story thinking that's me there and a lot of things going on, and by thoughts we're deciding what's going on, and it seems us that creating what's going on, or maybe it's not, and then we did not good enough, so that's the other side. So it's going on because it's very convincing that's we, and if it's not working it's because of us or somebody else maybe. So it's an endless confirming that there's someone here or in somebody in another body, and there can be a fight or a relation or comparing. There's no one, there's never has been someone. So there's no free will or choice. It's what's happening. It's going by itself. Hey, Christian. Hey. There's no need to lose the me. Mm. That's the same search as somewhere at something else, because that's that's that embodied feeling. There's embodied like, there's something wrong, and maybe in this kind of meetings it's talking about no me. So I want to have that or reach that or know that. I don't know. And then there's all. It's what's said here is that never has been a me. There never has been. There's nothing has been done. There can be a story and there can be memories. But that's what's happening. It's this. A story and a memory is also this. Mm. It's that simple. It's that literally what's going on. A feeling, a hand, streets. There are no relations or something comparing. It's what it is. That's it. And it's new. There's only new. It's innocence. It's innocence. There's only new here. New. That's the free fall. It's not sure. This is not about being sure or control. And there's control. There seems to be something happening and I'm here and I know what's going on. There's no control. And it's new, so it's free fall. Not knowing. There's only not knowing. No, it's not really like all the time, of course. There's not knowing. So it's new. And it's an appearance. Nothing is real. It seems so real. The body is real, the table, the streets. I know, because when I'm going out, the street will be there, all that. No, you don't know. Just this, and nothing is real. So it's a table, but that's an appearance. Everything is an appearance. It's energy. You could say that. It's an apparent energy. Oh, it's amazing. Nothing is happening. And there's an appearance of tables and streets. And when there's me, it suddenly seems very real because I'm here and there's someone else, and suddenly something is going on, like everything is solid and real, and that's also then it's important because when I'm here, everything is happening to me, and so I need to do something, to behave or to do, to make me feel all right or happy or loved. So there seems to be a long, huge drive to make it right, to make feel good yourself, or always busy trying to make yourself feel good, always busy with me. Everything is happening to me. It seems like that. Seems like the most important person of everything because it's all happening to me and I have to deal with everything. Life isn't happening to you or to me. It's happening. Life is. It is. It isn't interested in anyone. There's no one. It doesn't see anyone. It's energetic. But even energetic or energy is an appearance. Yeah, yeah. There's nothing happening. Mm, yeah. Mm, lots of love. Wow. Thank you.
So, talking is appearance, right? But
Talking.
talking is an appearance, right?
Yeah. Mm.
But appearance is part of everything. So, as everything, it's still reality.
No, the real it's an apparent reality. It's not a reality. I would say it's apparently this or talking or thoughts or uh,
So, I can
yeah.
see how nothing
Mm.
talk about how it's everything.
Mm.
How
It's not a seeing. It's not um ha, it's suddenly when there are a lot of concepts about how is life and I'm here and all that, when there's a loss of those concepts and when that all is lost, then suddenly it's everything like, oh, like that. It's more about loss, not about understanding or seeing. Sometimes it can be a seeing, but that's yeah, it's still something else. It's energetic. When it's
so,
everything, there's a loss. When there's a loss, when there's nothing left, suddenly it's like, oh God, it's everything. Well, not in that way, but yeah,
so
something.
everything always comes back to nothing.
Sorry, every
The concept of everything always returns to nothing.
no, it is nothing in the same time.
Okay.
So that's impossible to understand. I can't understand that. It's just impossible. And then suddenly it's like, oh yeah. Well, how can you explain? I can't. It's that's not. We are used to some kind of logic.
Mhm. Yeah, it seems like nothing, that there's no reason to talk about nothing.
No.
But I guess that's only to the person because the person wants something to talk about.
Yeah, but there's also everything. There's a one and one thing like, oh, when there's a saying like, oh, it's everything, then you can't grasp it because we're so into this is something and that's something and I don't want this, but I do want that or all that. That's the normal way of thinking, what we're used to. And then suddenly this hearing, it's everything. Well, how can you understand that? That's so it's about loss, all those concepts, I should do that, or all that, how the world is, or how it's going. Then a lot of concepts in also in these meetings, or maybe on another place. Then there's something lost, and then there's something suddenly like, oh, wait,
And that's when a sense of me drops away. I mean, it's
yeah, what, yeah. In the story, the me is also, you could say, a concept, an embodied concept or belief. So when that all that me is not one thing. Me is how I see me is a lot of concepts and beliefs, and it's a story because there are no, that's not like that because there's already no me. But talking in the story to explain what's me is all those concepts and beliefs that so, and it seems so like it's yeah, it's a construct like a building, and then some concepts fall away and then suddenly, oh, that's freeing because that a lot of concepts is also like that give like, there are rules in that or how to behave or all that. Maybe it's not even in the mind of in the brain but of in the thinking, but it's somewhere. It's seems like free will. I have a free will. Oh, that's because of I didn't do the right thing. There are so many concepts about that. And it's so embodied, so it's so contracted then. Yeah. everything is everything. So there's nothing in the normal way. There's nothing that can't be it. That isn't it. That's amazing because we're always into, yeah, okay, but something like that.
Thank you.
There's no one. There's also no one inside here, this body. The body isn't real, so there's nothing happening. There's no Roes. There can be seeing in this body, then there's calling that Roes or something. But there's no life of Roes or somebody else. That's confirming that there's me, and then this body is real, and there's a past, and there's a life. And then there's nothing happening means also that there's no life of Roes. Everything is lost. It's just that. But that was already the case. So there's no, in that sense, there's no change at all. What is lost is, you could say, all those beliefs and concepts about how I thought it was. Maybe something like that. And suddenly it's like, oh, nothing is left. Even the body isn't real. No big deal. Also.
Hi, Roes.
Hi. Hello.
Could you probably clarify something? When you say everything is an appearance, there are not millions of appearances, there's just one appearance. That's right?
It's one, but there are different, see like bodies and streets and feelings and thoughts, and that's a difference. You could say a difference, but it's one in the same time. It's one energy, you could say that.
Yeah, because I'm wondering when there's an appearance of the body, how does the body orientate in a seeming room, more or less?
Yeah.
Because when there's everything, it's just one appearance. There's no opportunity to orientate in a room where it's up and down, whereas
No.
yeah,
There's no distance. No.
yeah,
What we can in the story that going on in the story, it still goes on. The brain can abstract and
yeah,
see distance. But, yeah, it's in the same time. It's no distance and seeing distance in the same time because that brain is still working.
yeah. Because when there's nothing standing out, there's nothing who could orientate in something else.
Yeah.
There's two. There, there's just one appearance. There's no way to orientate somewhere.
No. Sometimes it's stronger. Sometimes it's not that strong. It's one. So everything is just it's one, and then the brain can see like, oh, this is the table, and then there's the floor or something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, and it's going by itself, because we are so, when there's orientation or things like that, that we need that, because then we know how to cross or how to walk or how to do things. It's part of that. And then suddenly there's no orientation in that kind of way. And then it's going by itself, but it sounds a bit scary, because then you don't know how to go, but it's going by itself. You don't know what will happen. Maybe there's bombing against something. I don't know. That's just how it's going. And we think we can do it. We are the boss or something. It's not. But it wasn't there already. So in that sense, there's no change.
Yeah, because I was a little bit confused because I thought, okay, I knew that there's a door and I could go out there and there's a world outside. So,
Yeah.
but when there's no center, there's no outside, there's no door, there's no inside. So
Yeah.
in the end, nothing happening more or less, and
No.
there's no
Yeah.
one who could orientate in the room to say, okay, there's something else out there.
Yeah.
So that makes me a little bit confused.
Yeah. It's so different as we're used to think. And there's also no going. So because we think like going is because you need to go, because otherwise there's no going. It's it's crazy. And sometimes it's suddenly like, oh, yeah, it's like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Because it makes sense when there's a separate center, that the separate center should go from one place to other place. But when
Yeah.
there are no places and there's no separate
Yeah.
center, there's no way to go.
No. No. Even when there's walking, there seems to be going somewhere. But that's because you compare it with something else. It's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. Mm. When there's walking in the mist and you don't see anything, then there's like, I'm walking, but I'm not going anywhere. That's it more. Then it's obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's no other place. There's just
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Yeah. Then there's only one. Yeah.
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 Yeah, brain could catching it up with this.
Yeah. It tries to. But yeah. Yeah. It's
Okay.
also the freedom that there's nowhere to go. Doesn't matter. Well, yeah.
Yeah, there's no difference left. If
No,
you
there's no
are in the
difference.
living room or if you're out on the street,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah. 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 It's different, but there's no difference. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Mm. believe it. I can feel a difference between me making decisions, me. It's a lot forcing because I think I have to make a decision and doing nothing. Then a decision appears by itself. It feels much better. I hope it's clear. Yeah, there's a difference between making a decision and then it's like I have to do it, and a lot of thinking and right and wrong, and this is maybe the right, I hope it's right. And then nothing is doing nothing. And the decision appears like that. Without it's much more easier. Yeah. Because a lot of putting energy into making it the right decision and trying to find out what's right. And then the decision has nothing to do with you. There's even no decision. It's just going that way. It seems to go that way. Even it's not going, what we talked about. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, it doesn't matter because it's this and it's going nowhere. Maybe it seems different. There's a different circumstance, but it's the same. It's still that one energy. It's looking different, but so we think I'm in here and this is my life and there's something happening. It's happening to me. It's one. It's one. It's already one. There can be changing energy, but it's not happening to anyone, for anyone. There's just changing energy, different colors, you could say. That's it. Without meaning, going nowhere, just, yeah. Yeah. Me seems very important to make the right decisions. And then suddenly it's like, oh, it's going by itself. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah.
But that's really amazing when it's going by itself.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah.
We're so into me and I'm doing this or not doing that. Doesn't mean it's nice or right or anything. It's what's happening. Yeah. It's not right or wrong. It's what it is.
Yeah, but then it feels more like going by itself.
Yeah. Yeah. But it is not saying that to yourself. It's, I can't say. Something.
Yeah. That was, the week on Transcending was really lovely. And when so coming off the boat and then having a after party in Harlingen, that was going by itself. That was beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then somebody's saying, so I now use the trick not to make decision and just wait. Oh, wow, yeah. Well, that's another decision. Seems like a decision. That's how that brain and that whole construct is working because it doesn't want to die. So it seems like, yeah, but I'm important. I want to make decisions. No, it doesn't matter. That's going on. And then life is going in a certain way. It seems like it's not really going, of course, because it's going nowhere, but it seems like, oh, then there's walking there, and that's it. There can be a lot of things going on, like a lot of thoughts about decisions or no decisions. It doesn't have any power or meaning. It can go on like that. So then that's going on. So what? It's not wrong or right. And that's what's going on. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Also doesn't matter if there's using tricks or thinking, oh, I'm used to trick to wait. No, there's no tricks. There's just waiting, and then that's it. There are no thoughts, or I don't know. That's how it's going. There's no right thing in this. There can be feeling I'm making a decision, then there's feeling or thinking that. So what? Doesn't mean it's going like that. Well, yeah. And sometimes it's really clear, like, oh wow, I'm not making any decisions, and but there can be a seeing of suddenly it's very clear, and then maybe that thing like making decisions and really importance in that or waiting can go on. It's energetic, so it goes on till it's not. But it's energetic, so then that's what's happening. Yeah. It's about nothing. Life is not about something that's working or not working, or lives are going, or I'm seeing it. Life is everything. So it doesn't matter what's going on. And we think, oh, this is right, and this is better, and this is. Life doesn't see that. It's what it is. It's everything. So it can't be right or wrong. It's what it is. This has nothing to do with nice, or can be like that, or something else. Doesn't mean it's right, or it's what it is that we say that's something else. Can't work it out, and working out happens. Then that's it. It's it's impossible to understand. Maybe it can be an understanding. I don't know. Doesn't matter. When there's me, that whole concept, and there's always a looking what's going on here in my life or in me, then me is trying to work it out in some way or another. Maybe there's something clear and some concepts can fall away, but there's still something going on. That's that me construct that's going. It's not wrong, it's what's going on. Can be going on. It's not real, but it feels real. Can be feeling real. Everything is happening, apparently happening, and it's not happening in the same time. So they're talking in the story, and in the same time they're saying, no, nothing is happening. So it's crazy. Everything is empty and full together. There's only one, and that one is unconditional love. There are no conditions in whatever is happening. There are no conditions. It's already unconditional love. It's everything is unconditional love. There's no need to change or to understand or to don't do tricks or to move in a certain way. It's what's happening. That's unconditional love. Somebody saying, so this is nothing happening and a heavy feeling in the legs is meaningless. Yeah, everything is meaningless. It's a feeling. It's a feeling. Yeah. Doesn't mean it's saying it's nothing or it's not important. It's what it is. A feeling, a heaviness, maybe. Then that's it. Without meaning, nothing has meaning. No. And that's unconditional love. Heavying, I don't know how to say it. It's that feeling is unconditional love. Of course. Isn't unconditional love is not a feeling, so it's also a table or something else. Nothing has any meaning. Nothing has any meaning. It's what it is. The tree, feeling, thoughts, any thought, any feeling. That's the wonder. Yeah. You don't have to like it. It can be, then that's what's going on too. Yeah. It's walking around, yeah, then that's what's happening. Well, yeah, it's not like, oh, I like that. It's everything, just like little children. It's a childlikeness. It's just that. Or, yeah. No choice.
Hi, Rose.
Hey.
I guess the difference is when there's a thought that, something is happening because I did something wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's then when there's two, there's always looking at what's going on, and then yeah, there's something right or wrong. That's or better or worse or all that. Yeah.
And then there's the strong feeling that I need to get back to somewhere.
Yeah, it's the same. It can be so subtle and so covered up by some nice words, but it's the same, of course, that subtly there's something wrong with what's going on. That's how it seems. Yeah. There's nothing wrong. No, it can't be wrong. It's what it is. But there can be thoughts don't have any meaning. We think they're right. Those thoughts seems to be really true or meaningful or anything. They're just thoughts going and coming and going. Whoa! But it seems so believed or embodied. It's so embodied belief. So that those thoughts are in that. It's can be so strong.
And even if the thoughts are just happening, there's still a feeling that they shouldn't be.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a contracted energy. It's so strong and embodied. Then it's not maybe even not thinking that, but that it's the feeling. It's underneath everything. It's that. Yeah. Yeah.
And like the reason, well, that's a story, but it appears that this is the result of, getting a promotion.
Getting a promotion
at work.
Yeah.
It's like social survival.
Yeah, but that's the story also. It's so quickly a story. It's so subtly already when there's time involved, then there's already a story. It's so quickly. There's no promotion. There's what's happening, sitting behind the computer, or I don't know, something. Yeah, it's very small. Yeah.
And there's still all this happening, all this going on, and being busy with, I have to do this, and what if this happens, and this is not right, and I need to be more present.
Yeah. That's endless. That's that drive. That's so continuously jumping from this to that, and it's going on. And when that is seen, like, oh my God, come on, that's enough. And it's just on another thing. It's going. It has to be on something. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like it's so strong. It doesn't have any. So it's very clear. It doesn't have anything to do with circumstances. It's something else. Yeah.
But it's there's nothing that I can do.
No, there's no one. There's nothing wrong with it either. There's nothing wrong. There are a lot of thoughts, and maybe they're thinking there's meaning in it, or not thinking that, or I don't know. But that's life going on in that way. Nothing wrong with that. It's just energetic. It's that energetic going on. There can be a lot of thoughts. Yeah. The story is very much believed, or suddenly like, oh my God, then that's, so it's in and out maybe. Yeah. That's how it goes. There's nothing wrong or right with that. It's what it is. But that's so embodied, that feeling there's something wrong. That's so underneath or in everything, it's seen like that. That's what, when there's me, then that's what's going on, subtly or sometimes stronger. Yeah. It's not wrong, but it's can be frustrating.
Yeah, I just want to let it go.
Yeah. But it feels sometimes like a prison, but you can't get out of the prison. And that's trying to get out of the prison is also a prison. It's, God, it's endless. And you can't say, oh, this is all right. That's also not, just nothing. So,
Yeah,
there's
I
no
just
one. That's no one. So we want to have to be able to do something about it. That's confirming that there's someone. But that you can't say, oh, I'm not doing that anymore. That's the same thing, of course. So that's the frustration that you can't work it out, or do or not do, or change. Seems to be, but yeah. I don't know. What you don't know what will go on, what will happen next. Maybe there's falling away of concept. Maybe it's energetic, but that's what's happening. Is it? There's no. That's what is unconditional love. Contracting. It's that energy. It's. This is not talking about nice or feeling free. It has nothing to do with that. There can be any energy, can be a lot of thoughts, it can be contracted, can be short of breath, it can be tabling. It's not about you either. There's no you. It's not about you. We are so into, oh, what can I do or not do? There's no you. There's even, the body isn't real. Nothing is real. So there's tabling and no. Maybe seeing the body or maybe having a feeling. But it's not only about you, it's about the table or the streets or feelings or tea. Nothing is more important than anything else.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Roes.
Hi, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
I still believe that listening to that kind of message is more interesting than going to a teaching.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
can be, but you don't know where to go. That's what's happening or not happening. Yeah,
Yeah.
it can be more interesting. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Can be boring sometimes. Some teachings like, oh my god, yeah, can happen too.
Mhm. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm attracted to that kind of message. I could feel there's a sensation of I could name it love. I'm in love with that kind of message, and but I realize that it's a naming. I don't know really what kind of energy it is, love, but I never been in love in my life. So with anyone, yes, for some children, but so it's a feeling. It's no more meaning love than anger.
Yeah.
Yes.
It has, yeah, but it's different. But even unconditional love is not a feeling. So, but somewhere, the strange thing is, you could say, yeah, this is unconditional love. I don't know why I'm saying it, but it's not a feeling. But suddenly it can be, yeah. And then there can be a love of that, or a passion, or that. Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if you say it like that or not say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Rose.
Hello.
So this, the talk, the listening, it's just all happening for no reason at all.
Yes, no reason. No.
I thought when you were speaking, I'm trying to have an understanding, I guess. You know, come to a conclusion, and why am I even watching this? It's like
Yeah.
I know it's frustrating.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can get from it. And I thought, well, maybe it's just entertainment, because I'm bored. Or
maybe even that is not there.
even that's not there.
I don't know. Yeah.
Is boredom not there either? It's just a name given to whatever setting.
Yeah. Boredom is not a feeling. It's not naming that. Then there's nothing happening, or I don't know. Boredom. Yeah. No. But this is going nowhere. That's strange. You're not used to that. It's just it's only saying like, oh, it's what it is, which is already happening. So it doesn't give anything, but in a strange way, it doesn't recognize also someone, and also not there's somewhere to go, or there's a need to go somewhere. There's not seeing right and wrong. It's not like saying to someone, oh, yeah, because that's very known, like, oh, you're all right and there's nothing wrong with you. What you could do is, no, that's not saying to it, because can be a subtle, most of the time it's a subtle way of giving recognizing someone and giving directions, and it's not happening. So that can be for the brain, or for that me, that whole. So it's a survival system to go on, and then it's not feeded. So there can be a boring or frustration or all that. Some people go go away because I think, yeah, what's going on there? Yeah. And something, it's suddenly there can also be a recognition somewhere, maybe not an understanding, but something like, yeah, somewhere, yeah, you know, or sometimes it's recognized. There's no need to go anywhere. It's like, it's this. The longing is for freedom, and then hearing the freedom is in everything. It doesn't matter what it is, it's everything. That's the freedom. And we are thinking, yeah, we're looking for something, for this is better than that, or that feels better than that. That's what we normally do. And so we try to find something that's always feeling good, which will never happen because it's changing. And then it's like that, it's not that anymore. And so we're looking for always for something like that. And then there's hearing, it's everything. It's that, then it's not in the story anymore. It has nothing to do with the story. This is another possibility, but it's not in the story, so you can't grasp it. And it's not seeing someone. Oh.
Something's heard in one way.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Yeah. It's all received, I guess.
The strange thing is, this is about loss, and loss is not always noticed. When there's a loss of some concepts or some like going on, and it's a bit more, you could say, then there's a relieving, and there's something. It's not noticed because when it's gone, you don't know anymore that it was there. So that's strange from these meetings. It's not, a lot of times it's not noticed what's lost. That's so strong. And sometimes it is, because then it can also be like that there's a lot of going on because there's a relaxation, and then suddenly some more feelings are coming up. Can be like that. So it's different. You don't know. But it's not always nice what's going on. It can be a relaxation, but it can also be a lot of feelings which are now more expressed or coming up. How do you say that? Restlessness.
Yes, I guess it's looking for the end of what we don't like, or restlessness, or we're looking for the end of frustration, or the end of feeling separate and incomplete.
Yeah.
And yet now I can hear those are just words.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
yeah.
And there's just words.
Yeah. Or ideas, and then suddenly it's like, oh, what is this? What's going on? Can't even name it, but that. Yeah. So we don't want everything. We want everything, but we don't want everything. Yeah. There's a longing for everything, like for freedom, something like that. But not everything, not feeling like that, or I don't know. A lot of feelings are not so clear, like that you can name it. Some feelings are like or yeah, you don't know. You can't even say what it is. Sometimes you can, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They come and go. They don't need attention or anything. It's just come and go, and then it's like clouds or flies. They come and go. They pass, you could say.
I guess the I suffers life, really. The me suffers life.
Me is the feeling or the idea that there's something wrong with something, with you or with what's going on. And then there's a help trying to find out what we can do about it. That's
Yeah,
an
I mean,
endless.
if there's pain in the body, wouldn't it be natural to look for a relief from that pain?
Can be, or it's. I don't know. It's the strange thing is it's not in the body either. So there can be pain. And sometimes there's only pain for a while, and then nothing is going on, and then goes again. Or sometimes it's longer, and maybe there's going to a doctor or taking pills or I don't know, do massage. Can be. It's different.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
When that whole me, that construct is lost, there's nothing going on. Like, oh, what's going on here? What's happening? Or looking at it, or oh, that's a lot of pain. What is that? What did I? All that is not there. It's just not coming. So there's pain somewhere, and maybe there's something. I don't know. You can't even say what it is. Because we are so into this is my body. I have to take care of my body in my life, and how do I do that, and what's the best way, and all that. That's all lost. Can be lost. And then there's only an appearance of Roes, and the body isn't even real. It can be seen or not seen. And then there can be pain, but it's not the pain of Roes. Oh, it's impossible to say because we're so into the story and how to deal with things. There's nothing to deal with. There's what's happening. There's no story. There's no story. It's so subtly like, oh, what's going on in the body? That pain, what is that? It's already jumping on it and taking it home and then trying to deal or do something with it. It's sticky. And it makes it already more solid. When there's pain, in the same time, there's nothing going on. There's pain and nothing. There's everything, pain and nothing. Apparently pain and nothing together. How can you explain that? Well, so, can't even. And maybe there's something going on like, yeah, it's not that solid. Everything seems so solid, and to do something with it, because pain, it can be, there's something wrong in the body, so I should look at it or do something with it. I don't like it, all that. And that doesn't happen. There can be pain, but and everything is lost. The pain isn't real and isn't even happening. It's empty. So everything is empty. Everything is empty. That's amazing to hear. That everything is empty. It's apparently happening. That's the fullness, but it's also empty. When there's me, everything is solid and real and important and happening to me and all that. So that makes it more like a problem. And there's something wrong with it. I don't like it, all that. That's the story. The suffering is not the pain, the suffering is the story, making it into something else.
Rose,
Yeah?
have you got the meeting in the morning as well?
Yeah, tomorrow morning. Yeah, sure.
And what time in the Netherlands?
In the Netherlands is 10:30 it starts.
10:30. Okay, 9:30.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mm. Is the emptiness alive? Oh God, emptiness is emptiness. I don't know. You can't say alive. It sounds weird. Emptiness is emptiness. I should it when I think it's more saying like it's the fullness that's the aliveness. I don't know. I don't know. That's the emptiness is also aliveness. No, I don't know. It's both. But it's difficult to say a word for me because then there's a lot of ideas about what is alive or aliveness. Emptiness is emptiness and fullness is fullness. And yeah. And aliveness. So everything is aliveness. So it's just words. It's so difficult and you can't put a meaning in it. It's trying to say it, to understand it maybe, but not really that. It's also this. It's empty and full together. That hand. Don't need to understand that. It's a cup of tea. That's it. It's very simple and ordinary. And what's going on? Nothing special about it. It's what it is already. And it's everything. So it doesn't matter what it is, it's everything. So it's when there's looking for it, then the looking is it. It's that sensation. It's maybe what is seen. Then that's what's happening, apparently. And when there's not seeing that it's an appearance, so what? It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. We are so into this better than that. That's so embodied. There's something going on. This can't be it. And I'm looking for what she's talking about, he's talking about something. It should be something else because I'm not feeling satisfied. There's still something going on, some frustration. But that sensation somewhere in that frustration, that's what's happening. That's it. And we make that making it into something else. That's also what's happening. But that's calling it frustration. So it seems wrong. A lot of words seems wrong, like anger or frustration or alone or all that. It's making it into something in the story and then it seems like, oh, I'm not feeling good. I'm very not feeling good, very restless. And yeah, that can happen. Yeah. That's it. That's life. It's everything. It's changing and feeling something, or the table, nothing feeling, just walking or anything. There's nothing special about it. When everything is love, it's not more special and not more free than anything else. It seems like that because there's something going on. There's something not right. And that's underneath. Can be so strong and frustrated. That's not wrong. It's what's happening. But that you can't say that to yourself. Yeah, you can say that to yourself, but that's just superficial in a way. So it seems still there's always, when there's me, there's always not always, a lot of times hearing that there can be a change, there can be nothing going on, or trying to work it out like, oh, that's what I would like or want. And then we're thinking like, oh, this is something going on and this can't be it. Or this isn't the same as what she is talking about. Because there's trying to understand or to make an image of it. You can't make an image of it. That what's going on, like Roes or something, where maybe there's an image of the life of Roes. You can't make an image of that because there's no life of Roes. There's everything. There's nothing different as any other life. Or yeah, it's different. That's the only thing you can say. It's different. It's not better. But that's so convincing, like that's something there's better. And then because we think in better and in worse. So we see it like that. And then there's hearing it's everything. You can't even grasp that. What is everything? It's everything. And that's the unconditional love. Everything is unconditional. Pain somewhere. It's unconditional love. But you can't say that to yourself, or you can say that, but that's just a new concept. Saying that everything is unconditional love. Yeah, still pain. Yeah, it's pain. Pain is pain. So it's not making something else of it. It's what's happening. Pain, anger, sensations, a chair. Because it's not only about you. When there's me going on, that seems to be the center of what's going on. And then everything is happening to you or with you or in you. There is no you. And it's the body and everything is an appearance. So there's no center. There's nothing. There can be thoughts going, but it has nothing to do with you or not you. There is no one. It's empty. So there's no life of Roes or somebody else. It's what's happening. Tea, a lamp. It's that. It's that simple. There's no story. And there can be a little bit of story of I'm going to that place and I think I will meet a friend and all that. That still goes on, of course. That's what's going on. That was already like that. So there's no change. Wait, the new method. Oh, thank you. Already. I was not yet finished. And it's everything. It's already everything. For no one. Thank you.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you. Bye.